You guys like Christmas music? If you don't cut that Christmas music. 5, 4, 3, 2. Do you know why I am so excited today? Guess what? Because it's Friday, y'all. You know what? I want you believers to understand that every single day we come here with one job in mind, and that is to level you up. It's always our aim to send you back better than you came, trusting in God's plan. Good afternoon, believers. I want you to leave room for God to send you on detours, because the blessings may come on the path that you didn't expect to take. In all your ways, acknowledge that God will direct your path and put you on the pathway to progress. It's your girl, Tamara Fair, on the air, and I'm proudly posted in the studio with the Brunch Bunch. Y'all make some noise. Make bigger noise than that. There you go. I love it when a plan comes together. I got my brother right here. You know what? Right before we went on air, I expressly told him he was my ex-brother, but I changed my mind again. It's the Gemini way. What's up, Frank Kimbrough?
What up, what up, what up?
I got a testimony for you, and you don't even know about it.
Okay.
And guess what, believers? You're going to know about it first. Stay right here. Keep it locked right here on the Church of 1390.
I love testimonies. Good.
Hey, this your main man, Action.
Love surprises.
Yeah. You made me pink.
Located at 7149 South State
got
Street,
Coley down
right here in Chicago. Whether it's for church, prom, weddings, or galas, GQ Gentleman has
Sean
the
is here.
suits that keep me
The champ is here.
Need that perfect fit?
Okay.
Call them
Stop
at 773-966-4383. That's 773-966-4383. And tell them Action Jackson sent you.
I gotta go to Orlando for a day. I am not excited to go traveling right now.
20 seconds. Why you not excited to go to? What's up, Penny? My cousin. What's happening? King B-Lo. What's up? I am still your Valentine, honey. You better tell your boy to come on. B-Lo is bringing up the rear. Where they at?
We're in the Raw with Tamara Fair on the Brunch Bunch.
So I promised a testimony prior to us going to commercial break. Listen, I told you last week, maybe it was the week before last, I need you to come over to my house, right?
Okay.
Talk to my mother.
Okay.
Get her on Zenzino.
Okay.
You failed to do so.
I did.
So guess what? I put her on Zenzino.
All right.
And she didn't give me much feedback, pushback.
Mm-hmm.
But she did say that she needed something strong to cut the bitter taste. Well, let me say this. The very first day that I gave it to her, she woke up the next day and she had energy that I hadn't seen. So what she has been doing, like she's been saying with me, as I aforementioned, my brother is her primary caretaker, but he went to do business in California. So she's been with me for a month. And so she took the Zenzino, one shot overnight. She woke up and she was in the shower, doing her hair, doing her face. I'm like, what happened to you?
Sound like my mom a little bit.
It's Zenzino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so now every night I give it to her. And sometimes she'll forget because I give it to her with her medicine. And sometimes she'll forget her medicine. But now I've been very vigilant about making sure that the medicine is being taken and the Zenzino is being taken. I say that to say that it does not contraindicate with any meds that she's on.
Right. Absolutely not. Because, what doctor would tell you not to eat fish?
Yeah.
Olive oil. That's all it is.
I know. And if a doctor did tell you, probably need to get a new doctor.
The doctor, right.
Right.
Yeah, check the doctor.
But the doctor is in the house. And I know we cannot claim anything because it is a supplement. It is not a FDA approved medication that has been trialed and tested as protocol dictates. However, I'm talking about real results, not paper results, but real results. I'm watching it in my mother. Her face is just becoming more plump. When I say plump, I don't mean fat. I mean, it's just getting the elasticity back into it.
Right.
And I'm not making this up, guys. Literally.
Right.
I ain't got nothing
I'm so
to gain.
excited for you. That is amazing.
Yes, because let me tell you something. It's selfish. I want her to get up and walk around and go get her own food and throw a plate away.
And she wants you too.
No, she don't. No, she don't. I said to her, well, when did you get a maid and where is she? She's like looking at me like, you don't know that's your new job. But there has been one benefit.
Yeah.
I walk up and down the stairs. I counted it 38 times a day. 38 times a day. Consequently, my thighs could crack a nut.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good. That is good. That's
I've
good.
lost 4 pounds.
All right.
Yeah. So it's been working out for everybody all around.
Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing about it is we really have to start. I tell people an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We really have to focus on healthcare. It's not going to be affordable for the future. It's in the very near future. Yeah, in the very now future.
Well, let me say this because I said this earlier in the week, but my daughter got COVID last week, right? Mm-hmm. And so now he backed up. And when she got COVID, I started taking care of her, right? Mm-hmm. But the medication, and I had to tell State Representative LaShawn Ford, because us talking about these things in silos is one thing, but talking to people who can actually make a difference through legislation is another thing. Right. $536 she had to pay after the insurance pay. Right. That Paxlovid is $1,800. So we talk about healthcare, medication being unaffordable, which means that sick is on the rise, and so is the death toll.
Yeah, it's the crazy thing when you really think about it, right? Because we are the most advanced country in the world, right? When we talk about medication, we can all agree that we have the technology to do whatever we want to do, but we're also the sickest country in the world. You know what I mean? So the math is not math, right? This is definitely, and we have the highest cost of medication anywhere in the world. We have the most advertised of medication than anywhere in the world, because there's only a few, maybe 2 more other countries that even allow you to even have a commercial for medication.
And is that because most other countries have social care instead of
they have social care, and then they don't pay not even. We like 300% markup on medication. Yeah.
So you know what that means, State Rep Ford. You got work to do.
That's why I'm in the business. I'm the serviceman.
Yes, you got work to do. Yeah. Welcome, State Rep Ford. We truly appreciate you.
I don't understand how I come to the Brunch Bunch, but I never have food in here.
You know, it's just the name.
Oh,
get right. Actually, we feed the people information.
You go around the corner, there's a cafe. They got an apple.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They got some trail nuts, some almonds. You know what I'm saying?
This is not really. It's the food for the soul and the mind.
It's exactly.
Okay.
We giving you food news you can use.
News you can use.
Yes. So, and speaking of news you can use, healthcare is extremely important, and it's definitely on the chopping block right now.
Yes.
So when we talk about alternative methods and alternative cost factors to healthcare, that's where you come in, and you come in strong.
Yeah, and the company right now, they just. The 10th acquisition, first acquisition of 2026 is they bought a company called It Works, which is at one point in time it was up to $300-400 million company, and they merged. And here's the most interesting thing about the acquisition, right? The owner of that company, the acquisition was for $30 million. He didn't even take the money. He wanted the stocks. Because the Zeno grew at 56% in 1 year. Wow. It went from 200 million to 300 million. And right now they are close to 12 companies that have said, hey, we can't compete with the fact that you guys can prove what you have is working by testing. So the Zeno has built a model where they can bring a company in, take the leadership up to that company to where they need to go, and save companies and save lives and keep everything intact. And it's an amazing thing. So
my mother is a true testament of that, because she doesn't have any like I said to her, as you get to a certain point, you start making noises that don't correspond with your pain, right? Every time she puts her clothes on, I'm like, are you in pain? She says no. So she doesn't have really any internal medical situations, but the energy level is so waning, right? So how do people get connected with Zeno, because a lot of people need it?
Yeah, so definitely I tell people to text iHeart to 312-530-8505. Text iHeart to 312-530-8505 and test, don't guess.
Test, don't guess. Let's talk about test, don't guess. What kind of test are you talking about?
Yeah, so the balance test is testing you for your ratio, according to the World Health Organization, a ratio of omega-6 to 3, omega-6 being an inflammatory. It's naturally it is. We do need omega-6, but the problem is we got too much. Seed oils and processed food has caused all this inflammation, which is when you look at diseases, that 97% of cause of all diseases is basically inflammation. And omega-3 is anti-inflammatory. Now, neither one of them the body can't make. We need it, and it's essential. Essential meaning you cannot live without it, right? So you take the test.
Just so you know.
So you know your
essential is
number.
usually what that means.
Yes. Yeah. Here we
But
go.
go ahead.
Here we go. Sis, I can't even get serious for 1 minute. No. Yeah, so you take the test, and when you take the test, then it'll show you where you are. You take the product for 120 days. Why 120 days? That's a life of a red blood cell, right? Because we work on a cellular level, and then you retest. Zazina will send you buy the first test with the oil. I think it's $115, $45 a month. Your second test in the mail will come out on your 5th order for free. So you get to see your before and afters and see how it's working for you.
And the results of that test also give you a myriad of where you stand on
in your brain, mental capacity. It talks about your where you are as far as your cellular level. It talks about where you are as far as your academic acids. That's because heart failure is one of the number one killer in America right now. It shows you just how much omega you are taking and where you should be. So if you say, okay, you get your test and you say, I don't even want to take a supplement, I want to do it all with diet, then you'll know how much omega you need to eat to meet those goals.
And you have a gut test too.
Yes.
Now that's super important because let me tell you something.
Just got my testers on.
I get my news from YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube has a campaign going, gut test everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because disease starts
in the gut. It starts in the gut.
So you got your test results, and what do those look like? Because I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah, so I just got it, right? So I still got to read. I just looked at it last night.
Next week you got to bring your gut test.
I'll bring it, and we'll do it all on the show. I won't even look at it until then.
So you know what?
But it's 5 markers. So okay, it's talking. Yep, it's all to tell you where your immune stress is. It show you where your bacteria stress is. Okay, and we are the only company in the world that could do a gut test with 2 drops of blood.
What?
There's no other company in the world that could do it.
Wow. So you said 5 markers. I heard 2. Do you know the other 3?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Well, Frank, literally, he already told the believers, text to iHeart 312-530-8505. That's 312-530-8505. And for those of you who are still looking for your pen, here it is again. 312-530-8505. Frank, it's always a pleasure.
Yes.
I totally love the fact that every time I see you, I get healthier.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And your mama.
And that's, exactly.
Come on, spread the word.
Do you want to see my thick thighs? Right back in a minute, y'all. It's Inspiration 1390.
You got your thighs thick.
But that's because I've been going up and down them stairs 38 times a day, feeding my mama and my daughter. 38 times a day. 15.
Mama could get,
Don't worry, I got that.
Hey, once I get to the gate, I'll send you those videos.
Did my numbers come in yet?
I don't think they came back yet. I'll check it though.
Wait, before you go, give him your thing to check it right now.
The card.
Oh, you didn't check the He wouldn't have let you check the thing without. He wouldn't have let you check the test without.
And I'm gonna take a picture of it too.
Yeah, that my mother shocked me the next day. Her eyes were like wide open, and she, normally she have her head down like this. I'm like, Jackie, put your head up. Who's at the door, Coley? What's up, Tanya? What's up, Joey? Hey, Coley.
Hey. What's going on, T? What's going on, my brother? Yeah. Trying to do
Not 2 more events. I have to talk to them, but I've been swamped today.
Well, I did propose a raise.
A raise from free? If I got $1 an hour.
No, I'm trying to make it free.
Free. That is a demotion. Just so you know.
Free.
Give him some Zizino for that brain.
Have you started taking the oil?
Really? No, he ain't taking the oil. One time, can you see the deficits in his brain activity? Talking about free.
It's the most important thing you can do. It is scientifically proven. Go to
But,
AI.
Actually, you can take it even though I haven't gotten that.
Yeah,
you should take it.
like because normally you would buy the test and all at the same time you start that night, so you can count your 120 days.
You know, he's acting like. First of all, you don't be.
No, I just
You don't be over that many hospitals and not.
And keep it in the refrigerator once you open it.
Oh,
Are you serious? I don't have that.
It's best to keep it in the refrigerator.
Well, you think they should tell people that?
I actually did tell you that.
You did not. I told you I keep it by my bed. You never said. I said that every week. I keep it by my bed. You never said, okay, well, you should put it in the refrigerator.
their new study just came out.
Yeah, about 5 days ago.
You don't even know him like that. You better stop. Don't get it twisted up in this piece.
You know how they do it.
Going right in. 30 seconds. So Frank said when I first came in, everybody getting arrested because Don Lemon got arrested. Isn't that crazy?
He in jail still? He got out. Good thing.
You said he got indicted.
Oh yeah.
For what? Because he covered a story? He ain't that black. he ain't black enough to get in jail.
Where's the action?
Don't take much to get locked up nowadays. Piss off the wrong person.
The action is right here on the streets of Chicago, Illinois, and one of the people who is making Chicago streets and laws much safer and better for us is State Representative LaShawn K. Ford. He is also running for a congressman in the 7th Congressional District. We are happy to have him right here in the studio. Let's give it up for LaShawn K. Ford.
You know what, there?
What?
Somebody taught you how to make your subjects and verbs agree.
Yeah.
I saw you fix that.
Yeah, you know what? It's that English degree that I have from Fisk University.
Man, I like that. I mean, the English language, sometimes, you know, me and you talk, sometimes I know my subjects and verbs don't always agree.
They
but
are
I work
in
on it.
such disagreements.
I work
They
on
are
it all the
in
time.
mass
It is
disagreement.
not easy. Even though I'm a teacher by profession, I still have to use my training to make sure I make my subjects and verbs agree.
Well, you know what, Ford? I have seen you like yesterday, or was it the day before?
Yeah.
Yesterday, day before yesterday, I saw you on the forum with the other candidates that are running in the same seat that you're running for, and you did an amazing job. Now, I was sitting on the edge of my seat because, you know, sometimes you make me cringe.
Yes.
I was cringe-free that day.
Oh, good.
I was cringe-free.
You know, sometimes you gotta cringe. I mean, sometimes you just gotta lighten it and put a lightning rod right through things.
That's true.
You know, but I do my best.
You did a great job. But you know what? We're talking about how the blocks are hot. And I'm not talking about the proverbial blocks. I'm talking about how everything is changing on the blocks, not just in Illinois, but across the country. But we're going to focus on Illinois right now because that's where we have the most impact and that's where we have the most at stake, right?
Yes.
So what's happening with SNAP? I know we're going to touch on the daycare freeze moratorium, but I really want to talk about SNAP because we have a deadline that's coming up. People need to know about it, and they need to know what to do about it just in case we don't get what we want.
Well, you know, once again, we're back here with talking about what the Republicans have done to American families, and what they've done now is change the requirements to receive SNAP benefits effective February 1st. That's what's happening right now. So people that get SNAP, many of them are going to have to do what you call redetermination in order to get SNAP.
Now, what does that make you reminiscent of?
Child care.
The Rauner days,
yes.
when Rauner did by executive rule. It wasn't legislative, and he had the power to do it, but by rules, he changed the eligibility from 200, I think it was 185 at that time, to 50%.
It was horrible.
And people were scrambling. Now, how does that catapult into the SNAP arena?
Well, what they're doing now is they're implementing the work requirement. And so you have to go to work in order to get SNAP benefits, or you have to go to school. You have to do something. If you're able-bodied American, you have to do something. If you're between the ages of 18 and 64, you have to have some work requirements. So work
what
or
about the
participate.
people?
Yeah.
What about the people who are physically not able to work?
There are some exemptions for people with disabilities. So people who are mentally certified and physically certified as unable to work, they are exempt. So there are some people that that there are exemptions for. So we definitely know that people that are on substance use treatment and recovery, if they're in a program, they don't have to recertify and they don't have to have the work requirements. And so that's important to know that there are some.
Is any part of this beneficial to America, or are all parts of this a harmful situation for Americans?
Well, to me, it's really an attack on the people that need SNAP the most. I mean, it's what the big ugly, or they call it the big beautiful bill, did. The big beautiful bill that the Republicans passed with no Democrat support actually implemented this work requirement that says that we're going to force people that are already struggling, that may be unemployed because they can't find a job. They will have to go volunteer.
If they're looking for a real job, I got plenty openings.
Well, that's what they say. They say that there are jobs available and people should just go out and work. So if they go out and work, what if they're not qualified for your jobs?
That's true.
And they need the training. So it's not, and so this will require them to go and get training. So they could go out and they could go to school. They could volunteer at certain places, but they have to do something in order to prove that they are eligible for SNAP, and they need at least 80 hours per month to continue receiving SNAP benefits. Wow, 80 hours. So, I mean, even if you volunteer, you still need money in order to survive. So now I can't find a job to pay me. So now I have to go volunteer for 80 hours. Now I can't even go look for a job. So this is kind of backwards. And I think that the average American would rather have enough money to sustain themselves. I mean, so I don't know. Some people would say this is good because all able-bodied individuals should be doing something. But even if you're doing something, guess what? The pay is not enough to cover your living expenses. Food prices are high with inflation.
That's not true. Food prices are sky high.
Oh, sky high.
Yes.
And gas is high, utilities, and the wages are low. So even people that have jobs struggle on SNAP benefits. So if you're unemployed and if you don't have skills, you can't find a job, we're going to say we don't have nothing for you. And then, I mean, where are you going to volunteer at? You have to find a place to volunteer 80 hours a month.
That's true. So what I am encouraging employers to do is create your own job force, your own workforce. And for those who have to come and meet those qualifications, create that whole ecosystem so that they can come and volunteer. And there are some requirements that will allow you to volunteer. Now, in childcare, we have to have a background check. We have to make sure that you don't have a criminal record and you're exempt from actually working with children. But this is an opportunity for us to grow our and help our own. So let's go back to the beginning. What does the acronym SNAP actually mean?
That's the Supplemental Nutritious
Assistance
Program.
Correct.
See, we're a team here.
That's right.
And it's something that, yes, the Nutritious Assistance Program. So it's good. I mean, it's a 100% federally funded program. So none of the state revenue pays for it. It's all federal.
And that's how they have control
over it. And what's happening with that now, the big, beautiful bill also now says that the federal government will only pay 75% of SNAP benefits, and the state has to pick up 25%.
Is the state of Illinois actually looking to pick up that 25%? Or is that something that you all are still swirling around?
That's something that's a big concern because to pick up 25% is going to be a problem. And if you don't do it, then we could lose the program. So there's a big, ugly
component to this.
Yep, and it's a
look at that teamwork.
It hurts, you know. And we could lose SNAP benefits in Illinois for everyone. But I do want to tell you, because you asked me before the show who's affected. Older adults over the age of 54. So if you're an older adult over the age of 54, you are affected by this new work requirement. Parents with children older than 14 years old, Veterans are impacted by this. Young adults who grew up in the foster care and people who are experiencing homelessness are impacted by this. So, I mean, if you're homeless and you, one, recertifying and getting this paperwork into the department is not easy.
I didn't realize that homeless people were eligible for SNAP benefits.
They are, because
Really?
what you have is addresses that the homeless, the unhoused use as their resident. So if you get, you could call 311 and you can get an address added so that you can get a certification for homeless.
So wait, don't gloss over that. So people who are homeless can call 311, get an address, and actually get benefits before February 1st. Y'all hear me?
But they have to, it's very challenging now. That's what the Republicans are doing. They're making it more challenging. And so what happens when you make it harder for people to do it, people that don't have the ability to upload the documents to this to the portal, then they're going to get kicked off. So you know how hard it is for your parents to upload their documents to the system. Now you have people that's homeless, people that may not have the access to do this. So they're going to fall off. So there are going to be a lot of people that's going to fall off of SNAP. They're going to go and they're going to try to purchase food, and it's not going to be there.
Are there portals or brick and mortars that people can use to use the internet and upload these required documents?
I would say this is the time that we need churches and non-for-profits to say that we're going to step up and we're going to be a partner. I think that you could also ask for if the libraries are available for you to go in and use to upload your documents. But some people still need assistance to get it done. And so we definitely need to figure out how we're going to make sure people don't fall through the cracks.
Well, what we're going to do at West Austin is we're going to open up our doors and our internet resources and computers so that anyone who comes and wants to upload their information, we will provide assistance and we'll provide the technical support as well. And that's 4920 West Madison. Again, that's 4920 West Madison. The hours are 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So let me ask you something, because people understand after you broke it down so eloquently and so precisely what the problem is. And we're a solution-based show.
Yes.
If in fact, when this administration is out, does this bill still carry on? Because a lot of times people think, okay, well, when the administration changes, then everything else will change. But they don't realize that some of these bills extend past the administration's life.
Yeah, this was passed into law. This was not an executive order by the president. The Republicans voted for the work requirement, a big, beautiful bill that they call it. And so this is the law of the land. We have to take Congress back in order to reverse this new policy that is the law of the land.
So from a policy standpoint, what are you concerned about these changes, and what actions are lawmakers taking ahead of this deadline?
Well, one thing I'm concerned, that people are going to go to the grocery store to buy food for their family, and they're not going to have money on that account. That's a problem. Two, we know that small businesses are going to be impacted by this, and they're going to lose out because they rely, 80% of their revenue comes from SNAP benefits. We know 40 Acres on the west side is a store that's owned by a Black woman, and she has a clientele of EBTs. You got another Black woman that owns the grocery store in Forest Park named Fresh Market.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be impacted. They have a clientele of clients that come in to use EBTs. That's going to impact them. Mm-hmm. And so it's a dangerous thing that's happening, that the Republicans are attacking people that's struggling. But I do say that it's important that families that have SNAP call the Department of Human Services to ask all the questions that they need to ask about their eligibility and redeterminations and what they need to do for work requirements. Find out if you have any exemptions. But people, if you are on SNAP you should call 800-843-6154. 1-800-843-6154. Just do a check on your account to see if you are eligible for an exemption or if you need to upload new documents. Don't wait, because the first is tomorrow. So this is very timely. Or this first is not tomorrow, it's Sunday.
It's Sunday. So Sunday is, we don't count Sunday, but the third is still, you count that.
Yeah.
Because, so exempt eligibility, what kind of documents are they looking for redeterminants to upload?
Yeah, you got to prove that you are working, and you're going to have a company like yours that's going to sign documents that they're working at your place.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just have to prove what they're asking for.
So that's the only eligible document that they need is a work
that
or volunteer
work. Yes, that's important to know.
Well, if you volunteer at a place, how beneficial is that?
That's what I mean. I can't go look for work now. So I'm volunteering, but you go to school also.
Oh,
and
school.
So and so you could go to school and get training in order to continue these benefits. So I think that we have to play the cards that are dealt to us. So I think that we have to say, if you're not in school and you're unemployed, it's time to level up and go to school.
Now, let me say that when COVID hit, it made America less likely to go to in-person work options, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was also under the Trump administration. And that administration put out all kinds of money, which we needed at the time, but it changed the mentality of the worker in America.
Mm-hmm.
And so now workers are paying the price of what the previous Trump administration put into place.
Right. But, you know, this is really about attack on the poor and the working class. Yeah. Because the big, beautiful bill, what it did was it transferred the wealth. So we want to beat up on the struggling families, the working families, the moms, dads, the babies. And we want to say, we're going to put our foot on your head. We're going to hold you down, but we're going to let the rich get richer. That's all they're doing. They're transferring the wealth. We'd rather give more money to the rich than to help struggling families.
I'm going to ask you a question. Transferring the wealth. People who are on SNAP, can you consider that transference of wealth? Because they're barely getting by.
Oh, no, it's the programs that we that the government has a choice to do. Either we're going to pay for the safety net programs like child care, Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP, TANF, college, all that. Are we going to pay for those safety nets or cut them and say we're going to give tax breaks to the billionaires? This president has decided we're going to cut programs to healthcare, child care, WIC, TANF, SNAP, because we don't want to pay for that. I want to pay for tax breaks. I don't want to pay for tax breaks. He wants to pay for tax breaks. That's what he wants to use the revenue, America's revenue, for.
So I want you to close your eyes. Look to an America 10 years from now. What does it look like because of all of these cuts?
Well, I close my eyes and I know that there's a God that people have to pray to, and they have to realize the cards that they're dealt. We've seen this before. I would say that you know what you have to do. You know that if you're able-bodied, you need to go to school. You need to find a place to be engaged and volunteer. You need to find a job, and you need to make sure that you meet these requirements, because those are the cards that we're dealt right now. And so my hope is that people take this seriously and that they do what they have to do to survive. And I think it's important that we continue to fight these bad policies that transfer the wealth. And we can't be a country that believes that the people that we take care of are the billionaires. People that are on Snapchat,
who can take care of
they
themselves.
can take care of themselves.
So let me ask you this. When we have these cuts, right? And let's just say everybody that's on Snap has to reapply and recertify. They do everything they're supposed to do. Are they going to get the same amount of money that they were getting, more, or is it going to be cut?
No, their benefit stays the same. They just need to make sure that they don't lose it.
Oh, okay.
This is about keeping your benefits.
So it's status quo.
Yes.
Well, you know what, Ford? You always come with the noise. What is Illinois doing in response to this, though? What I can say about Illinois is that we are very progressive, irrespective of what you say about our policymakers. We are very progressive and have been at the forefront of fighting this administration without fear. So what is Illinois doing? Well, Illinois,
what we've done with our last budget, we actually put appropriations in for food pantries. So there have been grants that have been going out to Chicago Food Depository, the Greater Chicago Food Depository. And I think people should call them if they have the need for assistance. And they're leading in this SNAP benefit change and the redetermination of work requirements. And they can help with direction. And their number is 773-247-3663. 773-247-3663. That's the Greater Chicago Food Depository.
And they actually dispense food as well?
Yes. And you know what? They can actually help people that have food pantries stock up. And so we need to make sure that food pantries have what they need. I think we definitely, if you have a surplus of food at your home, find a food pantry that you could donate to so that people will have some food to eat through this change that we're about to undergo.
You know, I don't mind change, but I don't like change.
You know, I don't mind change, and I don't like change either. I think you said it right. It sounds strange, but it's true.
Yeah, I just want things to just, if it's working, let it work. If it's not working, fix it. And the rest of it, just leave it alone.
So was it not working? I mean, that's the question. Was the government spending money on families that they shouldn't have been spending money on? Or, I mean, the Republicans say it was broke.
Well, you know what? We got somebody right here in the house that has been not only homeless, but also on subsidy programs that we could hear from. If you don't mind sharing your story, was it working? Colleaf, welcome to the show.
A veteran.
Wow. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Put me on the spot. Yeah. I mean, I look at it as I did deal with some homelessness, and at the time I had SNAP that was helping me out.
But if you didn't have SNAP, what?
I'd probably be dead.
That's right.
Did you say dead?
I'd be dead. I mean, I went from a good paying job. I was a loan officer over at this guaranteed rate. I was making good money, and then some things happened. I ended up in a bad situation. I was homeless, and then the SNAP that I was using at the time, that's what helped me survive. Now I could only use that for food, right? But you know, as you guys are talking about, people are going to have to volunteer for things. I was living out of my car. So
thank God you had a car, though.
Thank God Almighty. And
so wait a minute, you were living out of your car. Were you running your car all night long, like in the cold?
That's why sometimes I almost died a few times. Yeah, I would keep my car on, run my car all night, and they say you can't do it because of the carbon monoxide. So how was I supposed to stay warm? So some days I keep it on for 3 hours, hours. I shut it off. I'd have my blankets and coats and everything, but then I'd wake up sweating. So I went through, probably some pneumonias and everything.
But if it were not for SNAP, you would have.
If it was not for SNAP, I would probably, I would be in a worse situation. I would not be here now.
The working person falling on hard times.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That happens. Mm-hmm. And so now you got to remember that people also struggle from mental health challenges. And even though you have a mental health disability or challenge, you got to prove it in order to get a exemption. I'm sitting at home. How am I prove it?
Right.
I'm
Coley can
stuck.
prove it. He can act like he got a middle
Right,
child.
right. He can, yes, tell us how you.
Oh, man.
At least she said you could act like it.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
Ford, wait, in a minute.
Mhm.
Ford, thank you so much. Every time you come to the show, you drop valuable jewels. We're going to put these numbers for resources on our website. I know they're on your website. How do people get in touch with your website that you send out every single day?
Every day you should go to LaShawnFord.com, register for our newsletter. That's LaShawnFord.com. Register for our newsletter and you get information. If you need help with IDHS, we can help you as well. That's repford@LaShawnFord.com.
Now I understand you got a punch number.
I got a punch number. That's Ford for Congress, punch 31.
31. Not 31. 31.
And I'm number one on the ballot. Thank you for the inspiration. 1390 airtime.
We appreciate you, y'all. In a moment, we'll be back with our story from our special guest, Coley Magic. Mr. Magic, it's Inspiration 1390.
Let the church say.
Going on today, they in and out the studio.
Who?
Everybody, Frank, who was signed, they in, they out.
Yeah, they got stuff to go on. I mean, LaShawn's. What's up, Danny? Hey, happy weekend, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. Truly appreciate you guys. I'm waving to you, sending you much love. Thank you for all the love. Send those hearts up. You know, it makes my day and also my weekend. We truly do appreciate you joining us. Hope you guys got those numbers. And for those of you who are looking for eligibility, please don't forget to go to 4920 West Madison or call, because we are actually creating our own pool of substitute teachers and substitute volunteers. So 773-261-ABCD. That's 773-261-ABCD. Now, for those numbers that you need for DHS for your work requirements that maybe you don't quite understand, you need a little bit more clarity, 1-800-843-6154. Again, that number is 1-800-843-6154. And for the food pantries, if you're finding yourself out of food, you don't have to be. Call the food pantry, 773-247-3663. Again, that number is 247-3663 with 773 before it. Let me tell you something that State Rep did not say. He has a depository right in his office, his congressional office, and that is 4234 West Madison. 3240. Is it 3234? No, 4234. 4234 West Madison. You guys, the hours over there are from 10:30 to 2:30. You want to go if you need food. They have it for you. And it is what? Free 99. All right, come on, Danny. You can come see me. You guys, this is truly a blessing that we have people who can give you resources. You know, it's always our aim to send you back better than you came. And the only thing that's going to send you back and level you up is resources. And a lot of times our community does not get those resources until it is crumbs. But we are making sure on the Brunch Bunch that you get it when it's flush with resources. When we come back on the air, we're going to be talking to a seasoned veteran, a person who has been gainfully employed but fell on hard times, and has a testimony about why SNAP is so beneficial and how it saved his life.
So he texted you.
How much time you want? We got a commercial.
Let's do commercials now.
Yeah. You said what? Who said that?
Frank said he texted you LaShawn's results for the Zeno test.
Oh, he did? What's up, Tina Hammond?
What time y'all want to come back here? We got 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Let's go in a minute. What? Yeah,
54?
Yeah.
Oh, he is so unbalanced.
Oh, yeah. 22.
But not that bad. His protein. I know that's right. You know that's right.
I'm LaShawn K. Ford. For seniors and families, healthcare
Medicare is a matter of survival. In the Congress, I would fight to protect the Social Security because you earned it. Defend the Medicare. You rely on it and strengthen Medicaid so no family is forced to choose between medicine and rent. I will stand up to the Trump administration to keep these promises. I am LaShawn K. Ford. I'm asking for your vote on March 17th. Thank you. Paid for by LaShawn K. Ford for Congress.
You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and I'm proudly posted in the studio with the Brunch Bunch. What's up, y'all? On this fantastic Friday, I would be remiss if I did not give homage to Swagger DJ AJ, who without fail for the last 10 years has always brought us into our Friday upbeat and ready to go. Y'all, we are talking to none other than Coley Magic, who is a veteran, fell on hard times, started living in his car, and is testifying as to how SNAP, that's the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, saved his life. Welcome back, Coley.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a testimony that I guess the first time to really bring it out is a good thing to do on Inspirational
Cathartically,
1390.
yes,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Because I need a lot of prayer, and we all need a lot of prayer.
Well, you know what? You think about veterans and all of the benefits that they have, right? And sometimes people who are veterans come back from whatever their deployment is and don't understand that plethora of benefits. Was that you, or you couldn't access your benefits?
No, that wasn't me. It's just, I mean, I've been out the military for a while. We're talking about since like 2000.
But your benefits follow you no matter what.
Yeah, but the situation that I actually fell on was slightly different, because when I ended up becoming homeless, you know, I didn't know what to do at the time. So long story short, I was getting SNAP benefits because of my prior job, right? And like we were telling everybody, you know, I was sleeping in my car and having to go through all the things from the winter time to trying to find a place to sleep where it was safe. You know, I used to drive around.
That's a big concern.
I mean, and I'll tell you, you know, people that are out in Chicago, you know, we all have our little things that we talk about, but I was on the South Side, and some people were like, "Oh man, you're on the South Side, we're sleeping outside." I said, "Yeah, it's okay." I would find either some mosques, or I'd be at the Walmart parking lots, whatever.
Police station parking lots?
You know what? Actually, I think I don't know what police station it was. It was not on the South Side. I want to say it was in the suburbs, but I stayed near the police stations sometimes. But the thing about it, to bring it back to the SNAP part, if I did not have that SNAP, I would be in a world of hurt. I may not be here now. I may be in a different situation, but when they have it right now saying that you need to volunteer, let's put it out in a scenario for everybody. If I was living out of my car and I needed to go volunteer, or if I didn't have my car, okay, so now I had to volunteer for something maybe in that area, okay. Now if I had my car, I could drive a little bit further, okay, but a car takes gas, right? A car takes gas. To go and volunteer for whatever job, maybe it's the construction company down the street. To volunteer, I need some energy. So to get some energy,
you need food.
I need some food, right? Okay. So not having a car or not having the money to get some food, it's just a bad spiral of just chaos that is just being created. I mean, and just I say, how are people going to get on the bus? Okay, so we need to they need to do something. We need to figure something out about this SNAP. I mean, Rep. Ford is on point on what he's doing, but we need to help out. We need to help out our fellow man a little bit better. We don't have enough time to get into it. Maybe next week.
Absolutely, we definitely need to talk about it, because that will we will have crossed the deadline threshold, and we will actually see what is happening, and we can bring it back. But thank you for sharing your intimate story. And I know that was a lot, but now you're on the other side of that, and we are super excited about the fact that you have risen from sleeping in your car. God is blessing. And you know what? It's almost time for us to get out of here, but I want to talk about something a little bit exciting, because those are situations that are real, and sometimes it can get a little too real. But Genesis Music Arts and Early Learning Program is gonna find its way to near the Peer Development Center Monday through Thursday. It's brand new offering starting from February the 9th to March the 31st. It's a 2-month program, no cost to parents. All you have to do is go to genesismusicandarts.com and you will register at near the Peer Development Center. Of course, that's 540 North Lakeshore Drive. And what they provide is an intro to music, keepsake art, creative movement, performance etiquette, and a spring showcase. So again, you can either go to near the Peer Development at 540 North Lakeshore Drive, which is the Premier Child Care Centers.com, or you can go to genesismusicandarts.com. Y'all, it has been a plum pleasing pleasure to excite you, ignite you, and put you on the pathway to fun, freedom, and more finances over the weekend, y'all. Eat, drink, and drive responsibly. And remember to stay optimistic. It's your girl, Tamara Fair. We'll see you on Monday. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you. DJ Below. I already put him on notice, boo. All right, see you guys. Bye, Tina.